Welcome to Primordial Flows, where we tend to our primordial flows. Hello and welcome. So let's take a moment. Well, I invite you to take a moment with me to just connect with your breath or one of your five senses. Tuning in to this energy. If you would like to connect energies and be able to receive a more meaningful and resonant collective message for you, then now is the time to either give your consent or not. And the first thing I was feeling was these kinds of how do I describe it? Not clouds, almost like rolling waves of energy in the ether, in the space around like my head and upper body, in the sky area. And it felt kind of like a purple or magenta kind of energy, or orange, more purple magenta. I'm feeling like a pressure to get it right and to say something that will connect with you right away. But there's different energies here, and I kind of need to take my time to tune into what I'm picking up on. And as I do that, I invite you to tune into yourself and notice what you're feeling. Right as I said that, I felt like this welling up in my chest, coming up and out my head, up and out my head and mouth and eyes, and it's kind of like a warm, kind of like pressure emotion, like maybe some sadness or grief. Welling up from the chest. I'm seeing in my mind's eye like the base of a cement or stone statue. It feels like an owl or something, but I'm not seeing the full statue. I'm just seeing the feet. I'm hearing the owl is in the void. There's an owl. The voice of my heart is like the voice of an owl. I guess that's one way to say it. There's other ways I could describe it, but that's That's one way to describe it. And I was hearing that voice in my heart saying something. Something about beginning again, to begin again. Begin again, we say, begin again. Begin again to the top of the mountain. Begin again till the pressures drop in the fountain. Begin again all the while. Begin again. This feels like beginnings, like intergenerational beginnings, beginning again, like each new human life beginning again. Or not necessarily human, but each new life beginning again. Beginning again, beginning again, beginning again. So there's something about new birth, new life. And now in the northern hemisphere, it's like the days are getting shorter and the nights are getting longer, and we're entering into what the Celts would call like the conception period, the beginning of our dreaming into what's coming in the new season, in the new yearly cycle. I'm seeing mountain ranges like rivers streaming across my mind's eye. Something about this, what this new cycle brings, and then the new things that each new life has to face, or that they face. And sometimes it's different things. Sometimes we're needing to learn different things that the ones that came before don't know. As I say that, I'm feeling like a deep kind of sadness or exhaustion in my heart around this absence of support, not having rituals, not having cultural rituals to support us in our journeys. Maybe in some ways people felt like they were holding us back. And so they jumped at the chance to leave them. Maybe some people fought to keep them and were punished for it. But feeling this grief around the new beginnings, having to face things that have never been faced before them in their lineages. Yet, that doesn't mean they've never been faced ever. And so, our resources, it's like our resources are asking us to maybe spread our roots far and wide to be able to reach them. Maybe take a moment to feel into how far and wide do your roots reach around the earth and cosmos. Inviting a taproot to feel into the taproot from your coccyx down into the center of the earth. Feeling it anchored and secure. Feeling kind of a taut pull, anchoring you down, lifting you up. As we do this, once again, I'm feeling the earth shaking. I'm feeling this sense of like a giant stampede of animals, whether it's, what are the animals? I don't fully know what animals are stampeding, but they're stampeding. I want to say like something like a hippopotamus or something, but I don't know if those even stampede. I remember before in a previous video I talked about the stampede of return or something like that, and in that I more sensed like the ground and like stones shaking on the earth. I could like feel the stampede coming. Now I'm getting the image of like a stampede of animals coming. They're like charging. They're not, I don't think they're charging for the collective. They're charging towards something else. just that intensity of force rumbling the earth and charging. I'm kind of seeing them charging down the taproot, like really small, like if they were shrunken really small and were charging down the taproot down into the core of the earth. I'm hearing they have a ways to go. Maybe you're like on a mission to heal your roots and to connect with the earth, and maybe it feels like it's speeding up. Maybe you're feeling a little dizzy, like you need to take some time to process a bit. I'm also feeling the stampede alive in the heart pulse. Maybe it's starting from the heart, or maybe it's starting somewhere else, but it's going through the heart, down, down, down into the earth, and down the roots, down the tap root, down the coccyx, down deep into the core of the earth. Or maybe they're rhinoceros. I feel like they're more likely to be rhinoceros than hippos. Coming back. Coming back to the present. Still feeling this rumbling. I feel like the sky above cracking, thundering, and raining these rhinoceroses down. I want to know what this means, but I also don't want to jump to interpretation. I want to be with the energy and just feel into how it's moving. How is this tending to our primordial flows? I also feel this rumbling in my stomach from hunger, but also from like, I don't feel hungry, but I feel like, and I don't hear rumbling, but I feel this kind of contained in my stomach but it feels more like a rumbling of the earth and like a hunger and like an ache, but also like a inflammation, like something that's really irritated. I'm hearing the heavens like raining down the medicine that we need. I wonder if it's like a big wake up call, like, hey, pay attention to this rumbling that's maybe been here, or maybe the rumbling hasn't been here, but the rumbling is pointing to something that's been here. Something like environmental exploitation and extraction. I feel that grief of the earth. Okay, the more that I feel this, the more I feel this pulse in my stomach jumping out of my chest, and the sensation of my chest like exploding, and feathers and birds flying free, like pelicans. Or geese. That sound of geese flying ahead, flying above. I feel this fanning and my chest being stitched back up. And then I feel like something can't be digested, something stuck in there that can't be digested. So maybe there's something you cannot digest. You keep forcing yourself to swallow some pill, some belief, and like you can't digest it. Your body's like rejecting it from both ends. What is this false belief? That's just it. Maybe it's a false belief. Getting the sense that you'll know what that is for you. This false belief. There's something about aborting the mission. Going home is not okay. What does this mean? It means that your child has prevented you from seeing the truth. So whether you have a child or like a real human child, or fur baby child, or a plant child, or creative idea child, like it could be a metaphor, but for your child has prevented you from seeing what truth. What do you mean? Dig deep and know that I'm here. So it's like feeling into a really deep, this like deep primordial current that feels like it flows through the center of the earth. Feels like connected to this like rumbling roots. There's something about maybe being too preoccupied to feel into that current, or to feel grounded or rooted like that. But that rootedness can give us a sense of safety. It can cultivate a sense of safety. And when we feel safe, then our children, or metaphorical children or otherwise, can generate that feeling of safety, or feel that safety that we generate from being rooted like that. In my heart, I'm hearing, yeah, yeah, like that. I'm feeling like spirit around me celebrating that, and celebrating you with me in that. I'm also hearing kind of like a hooting, like whoop, 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 whoop. Maybe I'm hearing monkeys. There's like this wild energy, like playing and having fun, surrounding all that. It might feel like fearful or dangerous because of the uncontrollable nature of the wild. I'm hearing that's you, that's your skin, that's your kin. Maybe you're afraid of your own nature. Maybe that's why the rumbles, maybe that's why a pulse would feel like a rumble, because maybe it feels uncontrollable. Maybe it feels like too much of a rush or something. I'm hearing you can ease into this. You can ease into your own beginning and your own knowing. Something about if feeling or hearing your pulse is too intense or overwhelming, then focus on looking at the sky, just watching the sky, noticing the ever-changing impressions that the sky makes on you. Right now, I feel like I'm in a shadow, and I'm casting shadow. So I'm in a shadow and I'm casting a shadow. There's these layers of shadows. As I say that, I'm feeling some tensions moving through. Is there any other messages? I think this is it for now. I'm feeling complete for now. Thank you for connecting with me, for connecting with this message. Please let me know how this is moving with you and your primordial flows. Until next time.